It's Arty Vicky here, splattering and dripping dye. First of all though, we need to mix up the dye. So let's take our food colouring, put some in a jar and add some water. Now because this is yellow food colouring, I will have more food colouring and less water. If it was blue or red, I would reverse that and have a tiny bit of food colouring and more water. Now I've tested the colour and I like it, and I'm putting it onto my paper. You need an even coat, not too many puddles, but the paper does need to be wet all over. If you get a puddle, mop it up with the rag. Now we can splatter some other colours in. You can drip from above or you can flick sideways, which is what I'm doing now with the green. In a moment you'll see I'm flicking more sideways and getting longer splatters. I just love the paper that turns out as a result of this. Now this piece I will dry flat. I can move it to somewhere to dry, or I can use a hairdryer to dry it, and this is the result. This time though I'm doing the same colours and the same effect on the paper, speeding it up obviously because I really don't actually manage to work this fast. And now I'm going to pick the paper up and let it run down the paper, first one way and then the other. And I love the effect that this gives. This is the result this time. So this time I'm doing some stripes on the background. Sometimes I like to do the stripes in contrasting colours, but this time I've chosen two colours that are quite close together. And once again I'm just going to let the colours run down each other, and I'll turn it round and let them run the other way as well. And this gives an absolutely beautiful piece of paper. You can put your drips on top of this as well if you like, but if you don't, this is the result. Now this time I had this idea in my head that I would do sort of marbled paper, but it didn't work out that way at all. But I like the result that I got, so I'm showing it to you. First of all, I put on some stripes, and as you watch me do this, I must mention that in between each piece of paper I do wipe the table down with a rag, but I've taken that bit out because it's kind of boring to watch. So now I'm putting these extra colours on. My idea of marbling was that I would pull my brush through the colours and give a marbled effect. So I took a wet brush and I pulled it down through the colours, but it didn't pull the colours like I thought it would. But when I lifted it up to make it run, the colours ran down where the brush had gone, and this is the effect that you get, and I thought it was quite pretty. Now this time I'm using coloured paper, and what you need to do here is just wet the paper all over first. Once again, you want the paper wet but not too many puddles, so just evenly spread the water and mop it up with a rag if you've got too much. And this time I'm just going to drip pink dye on the pink paper. This is a absolutely beautiful effect that I love to do. You can of course drip any colour onto any colour paper, endless variations. In fact, if you want some more ideas on dyeing paper, please go and look at my next video.